Final workshop report. Emergency preparedness for persons with disabilities and special needs. A publication of the ANSI Homeland Security Standards Panel, May 2009. Purpose. On February 3rd and 4th, 2009, the ANSI-HSSP convened a workshop on emergency preparedness for persons with disabilities and special needs, bringing together over 100 key stakeholders from standards developing organizations, SDOs, federal agencies, and disability advocacy groups. The event, co-chaired by Mr. Alan Frazier, Senior Building Code Specialist and National Fire Protection Association, NFPA, and Ms. Hillary Styron, Director, National Organization on Disability and Emergency Preparedness Initiative, NOD and EPI, explored the need for standard-based solutions for more effective emergency preparedness for the community of persons with disabilities and special needs. Scope. Throughout the course of the two-day workshop, participants engaged in a series of panels, roundtable discussions, and public input sessions to address the need for new or revised standards, to codify the planning, specific equipment needs, and planning considerations associated with the evacuation concerns of the community with persons with disabilities and special needs. Additionally, breakout sessions were convened examining the built environment as well as evacuation operations and equipment for the subject community. To determine the best way forward, workshop participants engaged in a dialogue that suggested potential SDOs as well as federal agency resources for ANSI to conduct outreach to and efforts to identify existing standards. Once identified, these standards could be expanded in scope. Additionally, new standards addressing specific areas of concern not already covered by existing standards could be initiated. Additional findings and recommendations of the workshop are outlined below. Findings and recommendations. Built environment for the community of persons with disabilities and special needs. A breakout group was convened to further examine immediate needs related to the built environment. In doing so, the group reviewed existing standards, best practices, and guides to identify gaps and determine a course forward. It was found that the following 4 priority areas for immediate focus as related to the built environment are a primary concern. 1. Information. Further work is required related to the dissemination and communication of relevant information, specifically in regards to two-way communication for all disability types, VMS, audible, sleeping and waking research and development, multiple languages and formats, alerting systems, and 911 GPS repeaters. 2. Stairways. The need exists for research and development initiatives related to the further defining dimensions and evacuation flow rate. Additionally, monitoring movements in stairways remains an area for potential focus in creating standard-based solutions. 3. Elevators. Standards are needed to address special emergency evacuation operations, criteria and control decentralization for elevators and hardening. 4. Stairway descent devices. Additional work is required related to standards-based solutions for product standards for the evacuation devices for mobility impaired persons as well as device usage.